Right now, I'm connecting with Dr. Charles Harvey, and for quantum security. You just watched the video about quantum security relate with the mass supremacy, and which that directly relate with the human threat and cybersecurity and those topics. And then this technology is a next generation technology developing in here. And then we specially ask Mr. Dr. Harvey for his expert discussion regarding the quantum technology. And let me briefly introduce him. He was the one of the actually early and working with a lot of telecommunication company in Asia and as well as in US. And then especially he was in the White House Executive Office, served in the administration of the President George W. Bush. And then therefore he's in Washington DC right now. And then also he's the senior advisor for American Defense International, and based on the consulting firm specializing in government affairs, business development, public relationship. And then very importantly, he is currently serving as a Hudson Institute senior advisor for quantum initiative.
Security products. China's been very aggressive. They invested $13 billion in their new quantum campus. And so as we get past this COVID period, people at lunch breaks, dinner breaks, whatever breaks, you have that synergy and just cross-pollination of ideas. In the US, we have a number of great companies from Google to Microsoft to Honeywell that are IBM, that are all trying to develop quantum computers. And we have a little slight lead in the US right now, but the Chinese are working very, very hard on this. And so we just have to work harder. One of the things that we helped do is December of 2 years ago, President Trump signed the National Quantum Act. And that was another thing that was bipartisan in the United States. The great thing with that is we started to invest some real money. So roughly $1.25 billion over a few years. And then this past year in the current budget, they're looking at doubling that again. And so that's great progress in the US as far as the government investment. Because some of these ideas are a few years out. And so I think it's important for the government to help invest that, and also not just in the companies and technology, but also in the students. We need students that have these skill sets. And right now there's really not a quantum communications degree. And so we need from the kindergarten up, starting to teach quantum physics.
Yeah, as you heard that this whole conference and program and so on, then you're attending, some of the talk, from the U.S. Washington D.C. And then we talk about, the title of this whole conference, AKC2020, is Human Health and Longevity After Post COVID-19. That includes food security, basically replace plastic, environmental problem, human health related, and so on. Can we use any of this technology with the food security too?
Absolutely. So like some of the things is like plastic and fiber. How do you do fibers today? I mean, they're glass, but the casing is plastic. Mm-hmm. And so that's a lot of plastic when you look at all those fiber connections in the world. And so absolutely. Other things that the general photonics, we're at the infancy in that. And so to be able to shoot lasers to outer space and actually capture single photons, right? Not just the light, but just a single photon of light in that distance and be able to distribute that back. That's just amazing. I mean, it was just a few years ago, people thought that was science fiction. We'd never have a quantum computer. And now it's even accelerating. We think we'll have a 200 or 300 qubit computer in just a couple of years.
So basically what you're saying that we can basically replace using the whole fiber, plastic cover and so on. If we can replace with this technology, we can basically replace the whole plastic used by the fiber line and everything, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's billions of miles of fiber are going to go into the world or are already there. And so this has a lifespan. And so as we replace that and build new fiber, the new plastic alternatives will play a huge role in that.
Okay, very good, very good. So the final question is the following. Basically, I want to ask you about right now recently in the U.S. finished the election there, and then this technology initiative, like science technology development. For example, U.S. is a long-standing relationship with Asia in general, including Korea, Japan, and Singapore, and so on. How do you think? I mean, you're in the Washington D.C. You're working with a lot of different institutions, including Hudson Institute. How would the U.S. stand for the technology cooperation with the Asian countries?
Well, I mean, I think it's just going to advance. For instance, just last summer, or the summer, pre-COVID summer, the Quantum Alliance Initiative signed a MOU with the Korean National Assembly to promote quantum between the two countries. There's at the ITU, we did a lot of stuff with our Asian allies from Japan, from Singapore, from Korea, from Australia, from Malaysia, and other countries. So I think the one good thing is this stuff, as far as the U.S. and our friends, it's not partisan. Everyone wants to cooperate, no matter whether they're Democrat or Republican. There is no colors in the quantum communications and quantum computing. It's just making it happen.
Yeah, thank you very much for the taking time. It's early morning in the Washington D.C. and then in here it's a very late night. We do the pre-recording for this exciting conference. I'm hoping that you can join and watch the whole video or the conference. It's very exciting talk we have, and including the Vice Minister of Creative Economy, gonna give it Dr. Joon Cho give a talk and so on. So you're gonna enjoy the talk and everything. Okay, thank you very much, Charles, and then I'm looking forward to see you sometime.
Thank you, Dr. Cho, so much. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.